Hi everybody, my name is Jessy and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jessy and I'm a hoarder. It is what it is, I'm a hoarder. I'm a hoarder for things, I'm a hoarder for people, I'm a hoarder for stupid things mostly, and I never really understood it before. I never really understood it until recently I started in therapy going through certain things in my life, and the most early thing that I remember hoarding as a kid was notebooks and paper. As I got older, I would hoard hairbands, pens, shot glasses, lots of Vaseline, 40 of the same colored nail polishes. And yes, this is starting to sound like I have a shopping addiction, which I'm sure that is another story for another time. I have a massive pantry full of food. It wasn't until I mentioned and started talking about it in therapy that things started to piece together. When you release parts of yourself that you've been ashamed of, or you're afraid of, or you don't acknowledge, you'll be surprised how much clarity you can get from certain behaviors that you have. I'm open to you letting me know, sharing your stories, or even just being like, Jessy, actually I think it might be because of this, or let's discuss this. Let's talk about how hoarding is connected to your personal well-being and your mentality, your experiences in life. My hoarding of food stems back from, I guess, the life that I have lived. There has been occasions in my life where we didn't know where food was going to come from, and where food was, I'm lucky that I've always had food to be able to eat, but it's not always been, the easiest. Yes, you're going to come home and you're going to have food. It's been, will you be able to have food? And then food always does happen, because my dad has always picked up extra work if we've needed food. And I used to do this thing, and I'm really ashamed of it, but I used to even steal food from like other classmates, because there was this shame that like I couldn't have packed lunches the way that other kids did. I can't believe I've admitted that, because I never thought I would, but I did. I used to steal food, and I'm so ashamed of it. And there's no excusing it. I was a kid, and in my head I was like, if they see that I have the same thing as them in my packed lunch, then maybe, they will think I'm okay or I'm normal, and they won't know the reality of what it's like at home. And I haven't forgiven myself for a lot of things that I did as a kid. But now that I'm an adult and I have control over my own money, I guess that I am so afraid of, one, running out of food. I've also been really afraid that when someone comes over to my house and they might in secret be experiencing what I did as a kid, I'm afraid that they're not going to be able to eat. I'm a feeder, I guess, because I'm afraid that I don't know what people are going through in their lives, and so I just want to make sure that they have enough food to eat. In terms of hoarding possessions, paper, hairbands, things like that, I guess it's those things that as a kid I didn't really have an abundance of, and I am trying to change the mindset. It's just a difficult thing. I'm 28 years old and I've been hoarding all of my life, and before it was a cutesy thing, but now I'm like, actually I'm in a house full of stuff and I just need to clear things. And I'm starting to learn that there is a lot more pleasure in people than in things, and that I don't need to be trying to spoil 6-year-old Jessy. I just need to look after 28-year-old Jessy now. And I'm trying to learn that. I'm trying to learn how to be okay with what's happened in the past, and just be grateful that I'm in a different position now. So that's in terms of material things. It is purely for the fact that I had never been the kind of kid to have anything to show off. Not that I was a showy offy kid, but once in a while you want to be the envy of something. And then when it comes to stuff, I hoard even broken things that I'm like, I'm gonna fix it one day, or I'm going to make it pretty one day, and it's me. I'm hoarding broken things because I am a broken person. I'm broken, and therefore I want to keep broken things. My whole life I've been collecting broken things and things that people haven't wanted. I've been so afraid to let them go. I'm that kind of person who you have come help you clean up, and then I'm like, I'll keep it, not because I want it, but because I don't want you to not want it, because I'm the one that people don't want. I'm the broken thing that people would just replace rather than fix. And in my head, I'm like, I will fix you, I will want you, because I know what it's like to not be wanted. And that's been going on for years and years, and it wasn't until I started talking about it in therapy that I was like, I'm a hoarder. I'm a hoarder of things, and I'm a hoarder of broken things specifically, because if nobody wants to fix these things that they're throwing away, then I'll do it. I'll do it, because then somebody else will want that fixed thing in my head, because then maybe when I'm fixed, people will want me, and people will accept me, and people will benefit from me. You know, I know it sounds selfish, and I always feel really guilty, and even indulging in thoughts about myself so much, because I have to after therapy, and even during therapy, it has to be about me, and it's really difficult to do that. My sister, my younger sister, she asked me, this was a little while ago, she said to me, what's your happiest memory? And I was like, I couldn't think of any. And I know I've had them, but I couldn't think of any. And then she said, well, what is your worst and most painful memory? And I couldn't not think of anything. I had so many. I came to this realization that I don't hold on to happy memories because they're fixed. You know, they're fine, they're good to go, they're perfectly fine, and they look after themselves. And so I let them go. But I hold on to these negative memories, these painful ones, because they're broken. Like I'm broken. I hold on to them because in my head I'm like, I need to fix these memories. I need to make them better. I need to make them okay. And then it weighs down, because now I'm carrying so many negative memories. I don't have room for the positive ones or the happy ones. So I don't retain them as well. And so very much like the broken items that is in my loft right now, that I'm gonna fix one day, it's all just stored and hoarded and just kept, and so it's never really moved on from, it's never really let go, and it just weighs in my head, and I didn't acknowledge or accept my problem, whether it is hoarding stuff or hoarding emotions or memories that are so negative to us that it just weighs us down and holds us back. And I'm starting to learn that not everything needs to be fixed. Not every broken item needs to be fixed. Not every broken memory needs to be made better. Sometimes they are just there purely as lessons, painful lessons, to teach you how to handle the next lot of lessons that come. The best thing and the kindest thing that we can do for ourselves is to just let it go. So here I am sitting in front of you to tell you that my name is Jessy. I am a hoarder, but I am starting to recover. And I hope that if you have resonated with this video, if you understand how I'm feeling and feel this way yourself too, then you can join me in allowing ourselves and loving ourselves enough to know, actually, this is toxic for us, this is no good for us. And it's going to be tough, it is, to change our way of living, but it's going to be better for us. We're going to live more fulfilled lives knowing that we can let go of things and we have the power to let go of things. And also to hold on to the important things. I want to get to a place where I'm not afraid to hold on to happy memories, because I had a fear that if I hold on to even one happy memory, I will drop one of the sad memories that needs looking after. But it's not our job to hold on to every memory all of the time. It's our job to make sure that what we're doing is helping us benefit and live a more fulfilled, happy, healthy and positive life. So I hope that has helped you in some way. Let me know if there's anything that you felt like I didn't touch upon, or if you feel like you want to share your story, please go ahead. This is part of the journey. This is the journey we're on. So it's going to be difficult, it's going to be ugly, it's going to be uncomfortable, but let's just say that in however many weeks, days, years time, we're going to be so much better than the people that are sat here right now, and the world is going to be so much more grateful for it. So will you though. So I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you will still stay good to yourself, and I will